Welcome to the shed. I'm Syd, Mackie's on the camera, and today we are going to be learning how to do an emergency repair on a broken carbon frame.
Do you sort of feel like you're destroying something sacred?
Yeah, and it feels good. For this task, you're going to need water, carbon fiber repair kit, which includes repair wrap, vinyl wrap, sandpaper, and some plastic gloves. If you want to make your bike even more broken than it already is, you will need a hacksaw with a carbon fiber blade and some eye protection. So this is a broken bike. Completely forgot what I was gonna say about it. This is a bike from one of our previous sponsors. Mackie broke it at the end of our contract period, and basically, to make a long story kind of short, we weren't able to replace it, and that does not reflect on this company's warranty policies at all. It's just it was just due to the fact that it was at the end of our contract period, then COVID-19 hit, they weren't able to get replacement bikes, and basically we haven't been able to get it replaced. So here we are with a broken carbon frame. We were hoping to give this bike to our local NICA team. Obviously we don't want to do that if it's broken. So what we decided to do was do some research and see if we could fix carbon on our own. Luckily, we have a good friend, Brady Cappius, who runs a carbon repair business. So we gave Brady a call to see what he thinks.
I'm Brady Cappius. I'm the founder of Broken Carbon. We're a carbon fiber bicycle repair shop based in Colorado. We've been repairing carbon fiber bikes for about the last 10, 11 years now.
We learned a ton talking to Brady. First of all, we had no idea that airplanes were made out of carbon fiber.
A lot of airplanes are made with carbon fiber components. Anytime those get damaged from, a bird strike or, whatever it may be, they don't throw the plane away, they repair it.
We had no idea that it's actually cheaper to repair carbon than it is to repair aluminum.
Aluminum frames, those are really hard to repair. You can't just put a patch over it. What you really need to do is to replace that section of tube and re-weld something in. The whole welding process involves reheat treating the frame, requires the paint to be stripped.
I think people worry a lot about breaking carbon bikes, so maybe this gives some of you who have a carbon bike a little bit of peace of mind that it is possible to repair them.
I think we've done 5,000 repairs at this point.
However, Brady was pretty clear on the fact that for a permanent repair, especially a bike that we wanted to donate to kids, it was best left to the professionals.
Repairing carbon is a little more complex to do it properly than just a little Band-Aid fix. I actually brought a couple pieces of carbon in. This is called a unidirectional carbon fiber. So here the fibers are aligned vertically. So it's really, really strong in this direction, but in this direction, I can pull it apart. Most of your frame is going to be made with these unidirectional fibers. The science really goes into where do you put them, what orientation, and how many layers.
However, we wanted to make this video. We wanted to see what we could do, so we decided to do this emergency repair.
I wouldn't recommend doing your at-home repair thinking that it's a long-term fix, but there's some cool products on the market that would actually work pretty well for a middle of the field, get me back to the car repair.
We're also super excited to learn that this is something that exists. I think it would be a great thing to carry if you were going bike packing, doing something like the Colorado Trail Race, Continental Divide Race, anything where you're going to be way out there away from civilization, and something like a broken chainstay could really cause you trouble. So we wanted to show you guys how that process works, and I've always wanted to cut through a carbon fiber bike. So how do you know if your carbon bike is broken? Sometimes it's obvious because things are in two pieces. However, most times it isn't quite that obvious. So I'm gonna show you a little bit what to look for. So basically what we wanna be able to tell is whether this is just paint or whether the carbon is actually damaged. So another way you can do that is by pushing a little bit on that. If there's give or this kind of squishy feeling or a noise, is bad news. The other thing you can do is kind of a tap test. If there's any sort of change in the sound as you go, that indicates that there's some damage to the carbon. The other factor going on here, like if it were just this top little bit, that could be just paint, but as you see, it kind of wraps all the way around and under, which is definitely bad news. Just for the sake of comparison, here is one of our bikes from this year. We do have a little bit of a scratch on the chainstay. However, as you can tell, when I push on it, nothing happens. There's no change in the feel. There's no change in the sound as you tap over it. So that's just a little paint scratch, so no big deal there. We are going to actually cut all the way through this chainstay. This is partially because we want to. And secondarily, it's because we want to actually see if this stuff works. And this crack is maybe not going to fail catastrophically, so we want to repair something big and then see if it'll hold up when Mackie rides it down a set of stairs. Apparently it's not good to breathe carbon fiber, but luckily we all have masks everywhere now, so I'm so nervous. There she goes. Wow, this is crazy!
Do you sort of feel like you're destroying something sacred?
Yeah, and it feels good. I'm glad it's you riding this your bike. You're the one who has to test this, not me. Oh, that's so close.
All right, there it goes. And your blade's stuck. Wait, no, here, we can just bend it now.
Oh my God. Okay, all right.
That is definitely a broken chainstay at this point. Now that you have spectacularly broken a frame, what are you gonna do about it?
We're gonna fix it. I was like really amused by the graphic on this box. As you can tell, they literally have carbon repair on like their truck, their office chair, every tool, and in 3 places on the bike, one of which is the fork uppers, which that definitely would not work. But what has been going on in this guy's garage? Did a bomb go off in his garage? We're gonna sand down, I think, everything you want it to stick to, basically, right? Yeah. Wow, this feels like sacrilege. Do you think it's like we need to sand all the paint off?
You're just scuffing it up, I think.
I'm just gonna wipe this clean again. Obviously, if you're in the middle of nowhere, you'll probably have to use a glove or just whatever you have on hand. I do think you want it to be fairly clean though. The next step is to get it wet and hold it under water for 12 to 15 seconds. Bust open this kit. I'm gonna put on the gloves, as you don't apparently want this all over your hands. All right, this is the stuff. Ooh, do you think it's supposed to be all weird shaped like that?
I think you're gonna unroll it anyway.
It kind of looks like they're submerging it like in a river. It's probably not like super great for the river. We're gonna do it just right in this pouch that it came with. So I'm gonna go ahead and just drop that in there, take the water bottle, fill it up with water, try not to dump it on my feet, and away to go. 68 to 77 degree water. That's super specific. I imagine we're in that range right now though.
I think you should try it. I think you should wrap it.
Okay, will you read the instructions to me? It doesn't feel very sticky.
Removing the excess water, wrap tightly around object, rub to distribute resin evenly. For best results, wrap tightly, overlapping by 30 to 40% with 3 to 5 layers at the repair breakpoint.
1, 2, ooh, it dripped on me. Definitely looks like we're putting a cast on the little bike. What do you reckon?
I think you need to come lower here. I think we want at least a couple inches on either side of it.
Seem to want to without flapping up, but I guess we'll just flap up. There it goes, that's better. Okay, I feel like one could do, uh-oh. Lost my glove. Just like doesn't want to be flat on this side, which I'm a little worried about. Wrap tightly around object, rub to distribute resin. Okay, this is sticky. It doesn't say anything about the vinyl in the instructions.
Maybe it's the instructions that are on the table?
Yeah, after wrapping Syd Fixes, wrap the black vinyl strip tightly to compress. Cool. I had to take the gloves off because they're so sticky, so hopefully I don't get super stickified. Your bike will definitely not be as pretty after you do this as it was before.
I can deal with that if it works.
If it works. But again, this is an emergency repair situation.
The vinyl is mostly just holding the other stuff in place while it cures.
Oh really? And then it comes off?
I think it may stay on there, but only because everything is sticky. So my understanding is it's like a 10-minute cure time.
15.
15? Okay.
But I'm gonna have to sit here the entire time and hold this. Okay.
So we don't have to sit here for 15 minutes holding it. Well, what were your thoughts installing it?
It's super easy. I think I would do it like I would look nicer the second time I did it. Now that I've done it once, I kind of know how tight you should pull. But it's not really about looking nice. It's about getting home.
Okay, we waited 20 minutes. What's the status?
I mean, it feels super hard. It's definitely has hardened up. Doesn't feel sticky anymore.
Try grabbing both sides of where the crack would be and see if you can, do you get any play?
Not that I can tell. It's obviously less force than you would get riding it. Yeah, why don't you try it?
Oh yeah, that feels super solid.
Feels totally solid. I think now it's just a matter of putting this bike the rest of the way together and riding it and see what happens.
There's no movement at all.
There's none, yeah. You could carry this in your pack and you could fix a broken frame on the side of the trail, which is super, super cool. As Brady said, it is not a permanent fix. It's not designed to be ridden for months afterwards, but there's a pretty decent chance that it would get you home. We do still want to donate this bike, so Brady agreed to take it after we mess with it and do a permanent repair, and we'll be donating a permanently fixed carbon bike to our local NICA team. Check back in a few weeks for an update to see what a professional carbon repair looks like. Huge thanks to Brady. You can check out his website at brokencarbon.com. This is how you do an emergency carbon repair in 1 minute. If your bicycle isn't broken enough, the first step is to break it some more. Just kidding. Definitely don't do that. I mean, unless you want to. Make sure the area around the brake is as clean as possible. Scuff out that area using sandpaper and wipe off the dust. Then put on the latex gloves and open the package of Fiber Fix. Leaving the roll in, fill the package with water and let it sit for at least 15 seconds. Remove the roll of Fiber Fix and shake off any excess water. Now wrap the Fiber Fix around the brake, making sure to cover the brake in 1 to 2 inches on both sides, pulling it as tight as possible and covering the brake with at least 5 layers of wrap. Rub to distribute the resin, then cover with the vinyl wrap and allow to set for at least 15 minutes. Then hop on your bike and proceed with caution until you can get a permanent fix.